Come on, let's go, you guys, let's go. I didn't like the river, I wanted the ocean, wanted to feel it close by, I could feel it in the way the currents rushed me forward, feeling some deep hidden part of my dolphin being. The ocean, I wanted it was my place, it was where I should be. We swam in a school of forest of ice flying overhead. It raced the river's currents and I could taste the salt. I could feel the salt water in my skin, as if I'd opened a door of a toy store at every toy on earth and all I had time in the world to play. I saw friends around me, swift pale shapes in the water, sleek grey torpedoes they rose to breathe. I lived in both worlds, the sea and the air. I saw the blue and green of the ocean, the pale blue and white of the sky. I slid back and forth over a bright barrier that separated them. Jake went zipping by, shooting beneath me and just exploded in the air. Heard the slap of his belly as he landed. It was a game. I dove deep down where the sandy floor sloped toward depths even I could not explore. Then I powered my tail, stayed my flippers, and dove hard toward the surface. Over me I could see a shimmering silver border between water and air. Faster, faster. I was a missile. I shattered the barrier of the sea and hurled up to the sky. I felt the warm wind on my skin instead of cold water. I hung, poised in the air, I was floating above the surface of the water. Now the barrier is beneath me, I pointed my nose toward it and dropped from the sky. The water wrapped around me and looked me back. Is this cool or what? Marco laughed in my head. It's cool. It's beyond cool, Roger chimed in. Let's do it at the same time, Jake said. The floor was still deep and the ocean floor still below us, rippling sand dotted with rocks and clumps of seaweed. Near the ocean floor leveled off, practically scraping our bellies on the bottom. Then aiming at the silver barrier once again, we shot forward, racing each other, stacked on the joy of our body's strength. We launched out like a well-trained team of acrobats. We flew side by side, exhaling and refilling our lungs with warm air. Life was joy. Life was a game. I wanted to dance for the sea, and so I did. There was nothing I couldn't do. There's nothing I could ask this body wouldn't give me. Racing, spinning, turning, diving, skimming the surface, flying into the sky. I wasn't just in the sea, I was the sea. Are you guys just gonna play all day? It was Tobias. You realize you wasted 45 minutes already. Minutes? I laughed. Who cares about minutes? Look guys, I know you think it hasn't affected you, but it has. We need to get a grip. You have a reason to be here. Reason? What was that? You're supposed to be looking for, well, something unusual, Andalite spaceship or something. Yes, he was right, he's definitely right, but would it be fun? Would it be a game? Find a spaceship, cool, Rachel said. I bet I can find it first. No way, Jake said instantly, I'll find it. Where is it? Let's go look, Marco said. Good grief, Tobias said, like a bunch of 5-year-olds. But I was too distracted to care. Hey, can you guys do this? I concentrated suddenly from somewhere. My forehead came a series of loud, rapid clicks like static. Whoa, what was that? To my surprise, I heard something in those clicks. It was weird, like hearing, but not. The clicking noises hit something far and deeper in the water, and I sort of felt the sounds that came back like shattered echoes. It was the universal information echo. Some information made me uneasy. Hey guys, no, it's crazy. I feel like there's something out there. Something, I don't know, but I don't like it. The Earth's immediately can fire their own click noise as Dolphin's underwater radar. It's called echolocation. Yeah, Marco said, now I see it. I mean, I don't see it, but I know what I mean. You know what I mean. I searched in my Dolphin mind deep in a place where instinct lay beneath layers of intelligence, and there was a picture popped in my consciousness. I know! I cried as if I just won a contest. It's a shark! Suddenly we weren't playing anymore. The others had found the same instincts themselves, and echolocation indicated there was a large shark nearby, and we knew one thing for sure. We didn't like sharks. Chapter 11. You know, I hate to sound like the only sensible person here, but so to speak, Tobias said, but you aren't here to fight sharks. He's right, I agreed. Dolphins don't attack sharks unless they attack first. Wait, I'm getting more echoed, Rachel said. There's more than one shark, and something even bigger, too. I reached out my echolocation and felt the sea ahead of me. You're right, several sharks, and a great one. A what? I was confused. What did I mean? The words great one just popped in my brain. I mean, there's a whale being attacked by sharks. A great one being attacked? Marco, I had to sound upset. It was strange because we were all upset, more than we should have been. Huh. Interesting. You guys do what you want, Rachel said. I'm going in. Oh, there's a big surprise, Tobias said. The four of us glanced forward faster than ever toward the whale in distress. I see them, Tobias from sky above. Straight ahead, you look for 4, maybe 5 sharks and a big, really big whale. Did I mention big? Wow, big. We were shooting through the water and caught sight of my first shark. He was bigger than me, maybe 12 feet long, with faint vertical stripes. He was too excited to hunt to notice me until it was too late. Whatever his speed and power could give her my tail, I rammed a tiger shark in his gill slits. Like hitting a brick wall. My beak was strong, but the shark was made of steel or something. I fell back dazed, but I caught myself and saw a trail of blood building from his gills. I swam beneath and I saw a huge shape of the whale. He was a humpback more than 40 feet long. Each of his long, barnacle-encrusted flukes was bigger than I was. He was trying to surface the breeze, but the sharks were attacking, tearing soft, vulnerable flesh with his mouth. It made me angry. Very angry. Suddenly from the depths, Jake and Rachel zoomed forward like missiles. Woof! Rachel hit her target. Jake's shark twisted in time, and he scraped on the shark's sandpaper skin before he could clear. The shark was after him. Jake, he's on your tail. I got him. Look out, coming on your left, Marco. They're fast, sweet, and just as maneuverable as sharks have one terrifying advantage. They don't know fear. Actually, from what I understand, it's not necessarily true. Sharks do in fact feel emotions like curiosity and assumedly fear, but they just don't show it very well because, well, you know what sharks look like. He's on me! He's on me! Ah! Marco, I can't see. Where is he? Cassie, look out below you. Look out. It was no longer a game. I got rushing into a fight full of confidence to help the whale, but now it's in a war. The sharks are killing machines. They seem to be nothing but armored skin and razor sharp fins and wide jaws with row after row of serrated teeth. The water was boiling with twisting, turning, speeding sharks and dolphins locked on a high-speed battle to death. And it suddenly occurred to me we might lose. We might be killed. I might be killed. The water was dark with blood still building from the shark I'd hammered. Suddenly two of them turned away. They just swam away. At first I didn't realize why, but then they were following the shark I'd wounded. They were following the trail of blood. They were at the limits of my sight when they struck. They ripped an injured shark with wild, uncontrolled fury. The last shark turned from battle and went after him. Robbed of his meal of whale meat, he would feast on his brother instead. Everyone okay, Jake asked? I have some cuts, I'm okay, I said. Same here, Rachel said. She sounded tired. I guess I did too. Felt exhausted and drained. The fight lasted only maybe 2 minutes from being in, but it was a long 2 minutes. And, another shark fact I'm aware of, they actually don't like the smell of shark blood. They are attracted by the smell of blood in general, but not shark blood, because if there's shark blood, that means something murderized a shark. Which means they should stay the hell away from it. Granted, I imagine they probably are aware this is just a little blood, but even so, I don't think they'd literally eat another of their own kind. Well, actually, hold on. These are tiger sharks, right? I think I looked it up, actually. Let me double check. Okay, yes, tiger sharks do in fact eat each other, so I guess that part checks out. But it is noted that that's unusual for sharks. They don't usually do that, so it's just this particular type of sharks. In that regard, I guess I did their research. Anyway. Everyone okay, Jake asked? I have some cuts on okay, I said. Same here, Rachel said. She sounded tired. I guess I did too. Felt exhausted and drained. The fight had lasted maybe 2 minutes of being in, but it had been a long 2 minutes. Marco? I think I'm hurt, he said. I looked for him. He was drifting in the water almost motionless, 20 yards away. We swam over, crowding around him, and I saw the wound. I think I would have screamed if I could. His tail was almost bitten in half. It was hanging by a few jagged threads. It was useless. We were miles out in the ocean, and Marco couldn't hope to swim back. Chapter 12. He's gonna die if we don't do something, Rachel cried. Cassie, Jake asked, what do you do? I don't know. Cassie, the closest thing we have to an animal expert. But I wasn't feeling like an expert, I was feeling like a fool. This is all my fault, but I made my decision to go ahead. I was the one. Oh man, that's a major ouchie. What's happening, Marco? Mice called down. Marco sounds hurt. He is, Jake answered tersely. Oh man, I don't want to die as some fish. I want to die here. My mom drowned. I'm gonna die just like she did. My dad. Morph, I yelled. I think I know what to do. Morph back to human. If he morphs to human, he'll just drown, Rachel agreed. No, morphing uses DNA, right? The basic power of the animal. He morphs back to human. I don't think the injury will affect him because it doesn't affect human DNA. As soon as he can, he morphs back to dolphin. The body was injured, but the DNA should be the same. He should be a healthy, normal dolphin again. What if you're wrong? Rachel asked bluntly. There's no other choice, Jake said. Marco, you morph back to human. We'll keep you from drowning. Jake, buddy, you know I can't swim. I know, Marco. We'll take care of you. Okay, yeah, okay. I may as well die in my own body. Maybe it won't hurt as much. Maybe... He's drifting off. He's losing blood. He may pass out. Marco, morph now. We formed a circle around the three of us, with the mice hanging overhead and the big humpback resting alongside. For the record, I recalled in the first book, Tobias's red-tailed hawk morph that he got. That had a broken wing, but of course it didn't matter when he morphed into it, so this should, work. It's just not a situation they've been in before, I don't think. Then Marco began to change, arms spread from his flippers, his face falling down, his wide, grinning dolphin mouth shortened to his forms and lips. His skin turned pink as his morphing outfit appeared. His shattered and injured tail split in two, legs formed from halves, and toes appeared, human toes on human legs. He did. Yeah, I did, and now I'm drowning. How'd you say that? You're underwater, aren't you? Maybe he just got his head over water for a second? I'm gonna go with that. Here, I said, swim beside him, grab onto me. He wrapped his arms around my back and held him up to the air. Then I noticed something strange, like the ocean floor was rising to meet me. No, it's the humpback. He died beneath us, rising slowly. Look out, the whale, Rachel yelled. But at that moment, the most incredible part of an incredible day happened. My mind, human, dolphin, both opened like a flower opening to the sun. A silent but somehow huge voice filled my head. It spoke no words, but it simply filled every corner of my mind with a simple emotion. Gratitude. The whale was telling me it was grateful. We had saved it, now it's saved our schoolmate. Back away, I told Rachel and Jake, it's okay. Yeah, Rachel agrees, I hear it too, or feel it, or whatever. The humpback rose me to sputtering Marco. The broad leather back lifted him up, and when I looked up again, I saw Marco sitting nursing him. Could have been a small island, high and dry over choppy waves. Tobias slowed down and rested beside him. The whale called to him. Listen, little one. He commanded. A silent voice seemed to fill the universe. I listened to his wordless voice in my head. It felt like it went on forever. Tobias said later it was only 10 minutes during, and I was lost to the world. I was being shown a small part of the whale's thoughts. He lived 80 migrations. He had many mates, many mothers who died in their turn. His children traveled the oceans of the world. He survived many battles, traveled to the far southern ice and the far northern ice. He remembered the days when men hunted his kind from ships that belched smoke. He remembered the songs of many fathers who had gone before, as others remember his song. But in all he'd seen, all he'd known, he'd never been seen one of the little ones become a human. Marco realized he means Marco, and little ones, that's what whales call dolphins? We're not truly little ones. No, you're something new to the sea, but not the only new thing. I wasn't sure what he was telling me. He spoke in feelings and sort of poetry of emotion, not words. Part was in song, part I could only sense so I could sense echolocation. Something new? He showed me a picture, a memory. It was a broad, grassy plain with trees and a small stream, all underwater, and across the grass ran an animal that was part deer, part scorpion, part almost human. Where is I asked him in the language of clicks and squeaks and mind-to-mind feeling, and he told me. Suddenly I woke up. That's how I felt anyway. The whale had released me. It was like coming out of a dream. Are you okay, Jack? I asked your son the words, but I had this feeling that maybe the whale didn't want us to interfere. I'm fine. I'm beyond fine. Marco's ready to try remorphing. Uh-huh. I just lost images from a mind larger and older and so utterly strange. Guys, you have about 25 minutes and it's a long way back to shore. I heard Marco say something. He was speaking normally, non-boss, but it was hard to make out with his ears underwater. I set my head up and saw him resume his dolphin shape. Halfway through, he slipped off the side of the whale and back into water. His fins formed, his beak, and his tail perfectly healthy and undamaged. We had for sure tired but alive. It felt strange leaving the whale, but when we were a mile away, I heard his song. Slow, mournful, haunting notes. Why didn't he sing more when we were with him, Jake wondered. I smiled inwardly, and of course as a dolphin I smiled outwardly too. He doesn't sing for the little ones, I explained. He sings for the mothers. What? He sings for a mate. Oh, cruising for chicks. Got it. Wonder if the big guy even realized helped save my life. Marco, that big guy realizes things you and I would never be able to guess. So, yeah. Whales are telepathic. That's cool. On that note, Cassie said she didn't feel any, overt intelligence from the dolphin, but I think it's more because that's mixed in with her brain, too. For instance, she knew instantly that the whale was a great one, whatever that means, which I assume is just a dolphin name for them, whereas the whales call them the little ones. It just seemed to come to her instantly that was the case, so clearly there's some dolphin intelligence there that she's just not entirely aware of. Next day I went to see Marco in his home. He decided to live in a garden apartment complex, one of the older ones on the far side of the big neighborhood where Rachel and Jake both live. I'd only ever been there a couple times. I think Marco's kind of embarrassed he didn't have much money. He used to live in a house down the street from Jake, but then his mother was still alive before his father's breakdown and quit his job. I knocked on the door and inside I heard Marco's voice. Dad, there's someone at the door. Put on your bathrobe, okay? There's a delay and a door open. Marco looked annoyed. Cassie, what are you doing here? I want to talk to you. To me about what? Yesterday, I said. Look, I'm spending the day with my dad, or thinking maybe we'll, do something together. That's good, I said. Over Marco's shoulder, I see his father. He's wearing a bathrobe sitting on a couch, staring at the TV. That's normal for any dad, I guess, on a weekend morning, but I have a feeling his dad was maybe always there in front of the TV. Look, I just want to talk for a minute. Can I come in? No, he said hastily. He sat aside in the concrete breezeway. Down below us, the swimming pool. It was drained and closed, and leaves covered the bottom. I want to talk to you about yesterday. What about it? You could have been killed. It would have been my fault. And this whole thing is my idea. Jake asked me if we should do it, and I said yes. He rolled his eyes. That's it? Look, it wasn't your fault. It's this whole thing we're doing, this whole Animorph thing. I mean, it's been dangerous from the start. Crazy dangerous. What else is new? I shrugged. What's new, I guess, the other times it was someone else's idea. Oh, I get it. You don't like responsibility? I winced. Was that it? Was I just afraid of taking responsibility? I don't want my friends to get killed. And let me assure you, your friends don't want to get killed either, Marco said with a laugh. I'm completely opposed to getting killed. He grew serious, even sad, but you know what? Sometimes bad things happen. That's just the way it is. Eileen used to rolling down at the dismal empty pool. I see things die all the time, I said. Animals, I mean, sometimes you can't save them, sometimes you have to put them down, and they're suffering. But my dad makes the decisions, not me. He's the vet. I'm just his assistant. Look, here I am, all alive, he said, tapping his chest. Get over it. I didn't have to go. It was my choice. Were you scared? For a while I didn't answer. He just came over and leaned on a railing beside me. I'm scared all the time now, Cassie. I'm scared to fight the Yeerk, scared what will happen if I don't. Look, Tobias, what happened to him scares me to death. What if I get stuck one day? And most of all, I'm scared of him. I didn't ask what he meant by him, visitor free. That first time in construction site when he murdered the Andalite. He made a twisted smile. I see that in my head every day. And the Yeerk pool, he shook his head. That's something I like to forget too. Yeah, there's been a lot of fear. So was I afraid yesterday? Bet not. I was scared plenty. I was like, man, it's not bad enough we had to fight Harbinger and Taxons and Visitor Free, but now we're fighting sharks? Sharks? He laughed, and hearing that brought the laughter out of me. We were just both stood there and giggled like idiots for a minute. It was that laughter you get when something really tense happened. Relief laughter. We're still alive laughter. So, by the way, I was going to wait till around the same time, but I think we have a problem. What problem? It was in the newspaper this morning, 2 stories. One of this guy is going to be looking for some supposedly lost treasure ship off the coast. Another story about some marine biologist guy who has a ship is going to do some underwater exploration. Yeah? So? So all of a sudden our nearby ocean seems to be very interesting to people. Treasure hunters and underwater explorations at the same time? Controllers? I think so. I think it's all cover stories playing with 2 ships be out there with lots of divers in the water. I think it's them, alright. I think they're looking for the same thing you're looking for. I felt weak. The image of the whale gave me service on my mind, and a faint cry in my dreams to cry for help. I can't ask anyone to go out there again. This time we might not be so lucky. He looked uncomfortable. Cassie, you know how I feel about this. I think we all have to take care of ourselves first, and our families. On the other hand, I guess after what the Andalite did for us, I wouldn't be much of a human being who didn't try to save whoever's out there. I don't know who's out there. I don't even know if it's real. But you think it's an Andalite. I think it is, but Marco, I don't know. If someone gets hurt or killed just because I have these dreams, I can't make that decision. Yes, but can you decide to do nothing? That's a decision too. It is. I had to smile. Marco, you know for guys always joking around being annoying, you're really smart. Yeah, I know, I don't tell anyone to destroy my image. I started to walk away. You know what's strange about yesterday, Marco said? What? The sharks. They're so totally deadly. I mean, we're about Harbinger and Taxons and Visitor Free. You can't forget right here on Little Earth there are creatures and they're tough and dangerous. It would be funny if once some alien ended up killing us by some normal Earth creature. I didn't think that was funny at all. Marco grinned at my stone face. Okay, not haha funny. More like funny weird. Chapter 14. Okay, Jake said, here's what we know. At least what we think we know. We were at Rachel's house again, a few hours after we gone to see Marco. Tobias perched on a windowsill. He didn't feel comfortable being inside long. He liked to feel the wind in the open air. First, he believed somehow Sarai and Andalite may be more than one is trapped in the ocean. Hopefully they can hold their breath a while, Marco joked. Second, Cassie believes we could find this information from the whale. Everyone kept a straight face for about 10 seconds. All at once, everyone cracked up. Information from a whale, Marco repeated, giggling. Have our lives gotten weird, or is it just me, Tobias said. Weird. Weird. The talking bird wants to know if getting information on the location of an alien from a whale you save from sharks by turning into dolphins. You think that's weird? Jake smiled. Well, stay tuned, it gets weirder. Cassie had been going over a map, says the location you're looking for is pretty far out. Too far to swim, we still have time. Then we still have any time left on our 2-hour limits. Well, that's the ballgame, isn't it? Jake nodded at Rachel. I was talking to Rachel and she has an idea. She stood up. She'd been lounging in bed. We hop right on ship and morph into something like a seagull. Marco groaned. I hate playing to start with the words, first we morph. We morph into seagulls, I said, picking up the plan. Until we fly to the shipping channel, we land on a tanker going in the right directions, morph back to human, rest up, let the ship get us closer, jump over the side, morph to dolphin, and go the rest of the way. Oh, when you put it that way, it sounds so easy, Marco sneered. What if we walk over to Chapman's house to tell Visitor Free to finish us off? It'd be easier and the results would be the same. Jake sighed. It's dangerous and risky, but 100 things go wrong. Plus, Marco's told us we have a reason to think they'll be out there searching for the same thing. This idea gets better and better, Marco said. Let's just put it to a vote. I'm in, Marco said instantly. A split second behind Rachel said her usual I'm in. Everyone's looked at Marco open-mouthed. Just once I wanted to beat her to it. Tobias, Jake asked. I don't think I should vote. I have to sit this one out. I can't stay out that long with nowhere to sit down. Sorry. Yeah, the dream's just like Cassie. Do you think we should do this or not? Tobias fixed his fierce glare at me. Yeah, with the same dreams, I think we're real. Okay, looks like we go, Jake said briskly. Tomorrow, first thing in the morning. We can't wait any longer. The longer we hold off, the greater chance the Yeerks will beat us to it. We left Rachel's house. Marco split up in one direction. Tobias flew to an unknown destination. Jake and I walked together for a while. He was out of his way. I think Tobias is feeling kind of left out. You should talk to him later, mind how many times he's helped us out. That's a good idea, Jake agreed. I walked a little further in silence. One of the nice things with the relationship with Jake and I have, we can be quiet and feel okay about it. This is really dangerous, isn't it? I asked him. He nodded. Suddenly I stopped walking. I don't know why, but I feel like I need to tell him something. I shook his hand held between both of mine. Jake? Yeah? It was on the tip of my tongue, but then it seemed ridiculous to say it. So instead I said, look, don't ever get hurt, okay? He smiled that smile. Me? I'm indestructible. The way he said it, I almost believed him, but then as he went his way and headed home, I glanced up at the sky. Against the blaze of sunset, I saw a flash of rustled tail feathers. Tobias. Our friend who'd been trapped in a body forever not his own. None of us are indestructible. Chapter 15.